Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Vote on CC2LP1. We are on the Ember pack and we're starting things off today with Better Off Red. I guess we have red walls here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so Melinda can go in there, but I don't think that's going to be the end of it. Make sure to fill this entire column with blocks. Ha ha ha. This column right here. Okay, I'm seeing that we can clone these to the left, but that's kind of it. And apparently, I can get red keys and go down. But when I get the red keys, I can't really do anything else. Wow, okay, this is quite a predicament. I am really curious to know where this is going. So I've got blocks here. I take it 2 of these are supposed to go down here. I don't know if it actually matters which 2, because... Well, wait, it actually might. I don't think you can get the dirt blocks on to recessed walls. I think you can only get ice blocks on the recessed walls, so... Wow, this is quite a Sokoban. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh wait, that's a dirt block. I'm dumb. Okay, what does this say? Melinda could wait for Chip, or she could just leave right now. Your choice. These hints are really taunting, aren't they? Okay. So, first things first, let's go ahead and push this button. I take it that Melinda leaving is not the desired outcome here. Now how are we going to shuffle these is the question. I'm not really seeing a good way to pull that off. See, the issue here is I can't really get these too far away from... Wait a minute. No, that's not going to work either. I was thinking of putting them both there, but then I definitely can't get these 2 dirt blocks out of the way. Okay, so the two ice blocks have to come down here. The 2 dirt blocks have to go over there. So the dirt blocks essentially have to travel through this. The ice blocks can go this way. Okay, so if we're going to pull that off, maybe starting out here wasn't such a bad idea. But maybe this is going to require a little bit more finesse. Let's try this. Get that out of the way. Oh, but now that's stuck until... Oh. Yeah, that might have also been a terrible idea. Alright. I feel like if we get that puzzle done, the rest of the level will hopefully fall into place. Okay, I don't want to get any stuff yet. Alright, so push this first, right? We got that. Then let's go and figure out how we're going to separate these. That's really the trick here, is how we're going to separate these. This is interesting, a 2-person Sokoban. I can't say I've seen that before. I feel like there's got to be a way to make this a lot easier. See, the whole idea here is I just want to get these out of the way. But I don't see how you can pull that off. I mean, I see here, I could push this to the right and then down, but that's basically the exact same issue we had with the attempt we made before. So it has to be ice blocks down here. Like, there's no other way, right? Huh. There's also a bowling ball. I don't know exactly what the point of that is. Okay, maybe the idea is we put both of them here. But first, we have to get something unstuck over on this end of things. So let's do that. And then we do this? Perhaps maybe question mark? There we go. I think I'm liking the way this is working out. Yeah, okay, that's much better. Yeah, this is definitely a lot more reasonable. Okay, I'm not going to get that yet. I don't know if there's supposed to be a specific character for that. Okay, so let's go back through here. So, the thing that's going to be interesting about this is I don't know if certain characters getting red keys versus the other character getting a red key is going to be important here. So let's study the way this is going to work. So there's an exit over there, right? Now, I must fill this entire column with blocks. Ha ha ha. But I don't see how I can fill this column with blocks. It feels like this column is the one that's more critical. If anything, it feels more likely that you would somehow partial post using one character, send the other character through, and then send this character back down. I mean, that feels like the more natural solution to this. But I'm not sure what exactly the point of the red keys actually is. Is that to send... Because so far there's no red doors. I don't see any red doors. So if I get the red keys, I'm pretty much just screwing myself out of a potential... yeah, I can't clone anymore, so that's not going to happen. So it's almost like I need to go through here... Unless the solution is to send this bowling ball through and get all the red keys for me. Maybe that was the idea the whole time. Because now I can do that, and then you're there, you can leave, and then go back through this thing and out here. Okay, I guess that's the solution. Okay, so the bowling ball really was the key to everything. That was a really cool level. I liked the Sokoban. I think that was the highlight of the level. It was very well done without being obnoxious. It was definitely something different. A multi-character Sokoban is not something that we've seen before. It used the CC2 elements really well. It didn't take up a whole lot of play space. Like, I feel like the amount of space it used was just right. I mean, there's all this outer aesthetic stuff, but that was a decent level. I'll give it a 4. Not one of my absolute favorites, but certainly one that I would not mind seeing in the final set. That was cool. Alright, automatic mining machine. Mining machines are dangerous. The safest way to reposition one is to drop it. Wait for the sound of a button press, and run for safety. Okay, so that... Oh! So I moved and then it changed. Chips can be found under blocks in the furthermost recesses of the rooms around the edges of this level. Oh. Something is controlling that. So I can get that, no problem. Alright, let's just clear the way here. I can tell this is going to take a while, isn't it? Is this Ordo Geld, by the way? I think it is. I like this idea, but I'm not sure how I feel about a whole level of it. Okay, that's one room down, but man, we got a long ways to go here. This is a really interesting idea. I'm not sure how I feel about it being an actual level, though. Okay, if I put it in the middle of the room, I feel like that's safe. Then we got this whole top right room to go through. Okay, I want to make sure we actually get everything there. Okay. I'm nervous about this. This looks hairy to me. Oh wow, that was close. Sorry I'm not saying much, I'm just trying to listen for those button presses. No! Okay. I don't know how I feel about solving this. This is really long. And I'm gonna... Sorry, I had a level open there that's coming later. I'm just looking at the mechanisms here. So there's a doppelganger that's using a yellow tank button, it looks like. And then that, in turn, is cloning the bowling balls through this, apparently. That is interesting. I really like this concept. I just wish the level was way smaller. I'm giving it a 2 for that reason. I think this is a cool idea, but man, the scaling on this is way too big. And I get that it's a walls of level and all that, but oh, here's the other yellow teleport, just to ensure that you don't drop it, I guess. Is that what that's supposed to be? Or no, that's where the bowling balls go when there's like nowhere else for them to go. I gotcha. I really like what was done here. It's just I wish it wasn't as big as it was. Alright. Moving on to Mechanical Kingdom. This looks really complicated. So this looks like a Sokoban here with some extra goodies sprinkled on top. I feel like that was already a mistake. Let's start over. I feel like I need to just get this out of the way and then we're fine. If I can just go down there and then do that. There we go. So I think I can use that recessed wall to undo this. Yeah, that's really simple. Excuse me. There's a lot of like stuff in the level that's not really... Wait a minute. Oh. How am I supposed to get that all the way out though? Oh, that's what the recessed wall was for. Okay, so that's not actually for this. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this level that's not actually, like, quote-unquote useful. But it's cool aesthetics, I guess. Okay, I think this is actually fine, isn't it? Maybe not. But this should be okay. There we go. Okay, so that's how you do that. Alright. So, pretty simple. Okay, now let's do this. This is like that. Okay. So now I have to drop you, get the bowling ball. Either I blow this up, or I blow that bomb up. I feel like blowing up the bomb is the safer idea, because I think we're going to have to... Oh, I have to get the hook. My bad. I'm blind as a bat. Okay, let's work on this a little bit more intentionally. So there's actually a few things going on here. Like, there's a lot happening in the level itself. Hang on. This needs to go there. And I think I just boxed myself in again, because I already forgot how to do this. That's always fun. Okay, let's not do anything. Yeah, let's do that. That's what we wanted to do. There we go. Okay, now we can move forward. Yeah, that little turnaround there on the right is the critical part. I like these rovers that are just kind of thrown in there. They're not really a threat, they're just walls. That's neat. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed to do originally. Okay, so now I can do this stuff. Got that. Get this. There's tanks there. Do they have anything under them? There is one red key under each of those tanks. You do not have access to them at the moment. Ah. Now, how would we get access to them, though? Because a bowling ball, we can't really fire that with no way to face up or down. Huh. This red key and the bug kind of remind me of the level Nightmare. Except, okay, maybe not. This is interesting. How am I supposed to get that? Because I can't get a monster through that. Huh. This bug reminds me a lot of Cypher. It seems like getting the red key is the next logical step here, right? Oh, I have to get the yellow tank to get the bug over there. Okay. Wait. Oh, the bug just went into the bomb. That's a shame. I wish that wasn't a possible outcome. Like, I wish things like that weren't quite so easy to do when experimenting with stuff. I don't know. I've always had this position that when it comes to level design, you shouldn't really reward people by, you know, introducing a failure state just for experimenting with something. And I know I could see that coming. It's not so much that, it's just that that whole process of getting the tank, the yellow tank, to affect the bug's movement is interesting in its own right, and I feel like the focus should be on that instead of just introducing new ways to fail, if that makes sense. I've always had this issue with a lot of levels, including some of my own. Like, I recognize I'm guilty of this as well. Okay. Whoa! Okay. So, where would be a more ideal place to put this? I guess what we could do is we could put it in the middle, right? And then we could send it in a loop like that. That's probably the better option. Okay, so that's not actually that bad. I just needed to be a little bit more cognizant about it. And honestly, it's a really cool puzzle too, so... Alright, let's go in here and see what's going on. Apparently I need to be Melinda to get through that. I have a red key here, and then there's also a key thief. But in order to actually open that green door, I need to make sure that that doesn't get stolen. So I don't know if I should be getting this blue key yet or not. Something tells me yes. And I take it I can push these, right? So let's figure this out. I need to get this one undone first. Then I take it I go there. These are ice blocks, so I feel like that almost in some ways makes this easier. Yeah, this is a fairly easy one. So I do that, get both of these. Okay, good. So now I can actually open this. And that then opens up the way to do that. I can actually get Melindified here. That's a word. Oh, wait. That can also turn into a walker, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see what's down here. There's a blob thing. It seems like there's a path for Melinda here. Is that a hiking boot? I think that's a hiking boot. Oh, but I have to be Melinda to go through that. Okay, so let's do that then. Okay, I'm definitely not going to get up to that bonus there. But I can press that. And I have to get rid of this. There's that watch again. Okay, so now this is opened up. So I can go in here, and there's another yellow tank thing. I see that there's a... Yeah, there is a transmogrifier there. So that would turn to a blue tank if I went through with that. Okay, what are we doing here? I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't get through that without any outside help, so to speak. Can I use these ice blocks anywhere here? I don't see how I can. So... that on-off switch only controls this thing. Like, there's nothing else that I'm seeing here that I can do with that. So I'm kind of confused with what we're really supposed to be doing. I can't really get out of here with these boots unless I have a bridge across. And otherwise, I can't really get through here, where I'm standing now, as Melinda, without the boots. So it's kind of a catch-22, isn't it? I must be missing something big. Okay, let's just break it down again. I can go through here, I believe, if I'm Melinda. Yeah, I can go through there as Melinda. Which means I can skate on the ice. There's no problem with that. But as for everything else... Wait a minute. Maybe I'm actually supposed to use this tank as a yellow tank to do something interesting. Oh wait, now I can't control it unless I go back down here. Oh. Okay, well, we can always press the button again. That's not an issue. But I need to remember that now. So hang on, if I go out here, I can now release the tank and do some things. But what good is the tank exactly? I can send it over here, but it's not really going to do any good that I can see. I can't take the hook in here to use on the ice blocks themselves. Even if I could take the hook here, I don't think I can actually use them on the ice blocks. So that's out of the question. I don't think there's anything in this room that would help. So that's out of the question. Yeah, what is the point of that tank? I don't understand how I'm supposed to get through this. This part I am kind of at a loss about. Because I can't push a block through here, this little path. That's my issue. Or at least an issue. There's also no way to get down through here. Those would just completely destroy all the ice blocks, so that's pointless. Yeah, I'm not seeing how to solve this one, guys. This is really odd. And yellow tanks can only turn into blue tanks on the transmogrifier, right? Like, I don't see any way around that either. And I can't use that transmogrifier unless I were to go in and hit a green button somewhere. I don't really see any green button except the one behind all that. So that is also out of the question too. So there's a whole bunch of interlocking catch-22 type mechanisms sprinkled throughout this. And I'm not sure what to make of it. This tank is really odd. Now I recognize... No, there's only those two spots where it could transmogrify. Never mind. I was going to say, maybe I could send it into a spot where it hits something a bunch, but I don't see how you could do that. What am I not seeing here, everybody? I don't get it. I've gotten everything I can get there. This ice block cluster here doesn't really seem to serve any purpose anymore. And I can't really maneuver it out, so that's not... Unless... Oh, I'm silly. I could just use the thing... Oh my goodness. I forgot I could do this. I could use it as a yellow tank to hold down the... or to press the green button. Right. Of course we could do that. Okay. Of course I forgot to hit it again to send it back. There we go. Okay. Wow, how did I miss that? There we go. Okay. Now we can do this. Go through here, get this. I'm going to leave that on the open state. Now, how would I get through the transmogrifier, though? Because I feel like I need to do that. Do I? So now I need to get through that. Don't quite get how that's possible either. I can't really use the yellow tank anymore, can I? I can't go up through that. I don't have a helmet to use to bounce off it. That'd be kind of a cool puzzle, but I can't really make that work. What are we not seeing here? I must be really blind to be missing this. It seems like going across there would be the next logical step, wouldn't it? Right? I don't know. Still can't do anything with these blocks. Not that I can see, at least. Going through there would be death. So I'm not going to do it. Oh! There's a fire path up here. Wow. Wow. Okay, we barely have any time. I think we've just wasted all our time. Oh. Alright, well, I can tell this is going to be a thing. Mechanical Kingdom, huh? Alright. Okay, so I think what happened there was we had this, I'm trying to remember how to do this. I think we have to push this one down. And then do this, right? Yeah. So I think what happened was that there were a whole bunch of tanks that cloned all at the same time. Or at least very close to the same time. And then those bombs that were like near the teleport area. Well, I just saw something on the floor, but it was it was my USB port for my my mouse. But yeah, I think they were coming through the teleport. I think that was all that was going on. So I don't think this is going to be all that hard. We were just making it really difficult on ourselves as usual. But nothing else is new, right? I am thankful that this level has a very high time limit. That is such a relief. Still don't know what to make of those tanks there. I mean, I guess maybe dynamite could do the trick. I don't know if that's it. I really like this puzzle. At first I was kind of mixed on it, but now that I'm seeing it now and the correct solution, it's not as bad. Okay. So, wait a minute. Oh, right, I have the red key now. Okay. So I get that. This puzzle is actually pretty simple. It's more the visual clutter that I think makes it seem a little more intimidating than it actually is. Can I do this where I just push them both across here? Because the last time we kind of opted for a more traditional solution, but that works just as well. Okay, there we go. Turn into Melinda, except not. We need to do this again. There we go. Now we turn to Melinda. Not quite sure how you would get the, what you call it, the ×2 with an actual bonus attached to it. That would be interesting. Okay, so now you're there. I can actually do this now. Man, I feel so silly for taking that long on that last time. I actually need to press the button. That might help. There we go. Something blew up. Get that. I still don't know how to get to the changey thing there. Oh, the bug blew up. Okay. Oh, wait, that's right. You could get the ×2, or the 1000 flag here, before you get the ×2. I bet that's what this was. We might as well do that. We don't need to worry about the tank there anymore. Okay, we got tons of time to do this now. Go ahead and get all these. Go through here. So those are all the bombs. I'm going to make absolutely sure that that's finished before anything else. Also, why is there a tank stuck on that force floor? Okay, there they go. You can see them a lot more clearly up here. Alright. So I take it we just drop this, right? Go through this. Oh, there's the path back over there. Okay, so I have a yellow key, which I can use to get in there. So I take it this is... Oh, okay, so this is meant to do this. That's a cool little puzzle. I like that. Alright, so now we have a problem. I can get a bowling ball, but I can't get the other one without dropping something else. Now, can I go back through here and get away with going all the way back without using the railroad sign? Apparently, yes. So I think I will drop the railroad sign unless there's a really good reason to use it. But I'll go ahead and just do that. Okay. So what are we supposed to use this on? Let's see what we have going on here. Use these teleports to destroy the 2 tanks at the start using the bowling balls. Okay, so that enables us to do that. I can go back through here. So this is where we would use the yellow teleports. I see. I'm going to go ahead and drop this here. I suppose I don't really need the suction boots anymore, do I? So there's the red keys, and then there's the exit, so we're pretty close. So I actually don't even need all the boots. The boots are pretty much pointless now. So I can just put this here, right? And then I had to be really careful with this because that teleport is... Actually, no, I'm good on this. Wait, it ate it up? What? Why did the bowling ball eat up the... Is that because there was an explodey thing there? So how could you have avoided that? There's no info here about it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Oh wait, I could just do that, duh. Okay, that makes me feel way better now. So, somehow that gets erased? I don't understand how that even works. That was cool. I liked that level a lot. It had some cool puzzles. It had a few moments that really made me go, what? I wasn't as big a fan of the tank thing with the railroads. I felt like that was a neat thing to watch, but I wish that the level... I mean, I guess you could figure out that there was a, danger in going through the teleport after that, but I wish there was a way around that. I feel like that could be avoided somehow. As it stands, though, I'll give it a 3. I think it was a decent level. I'm not exactly, itching to see this in the final set, but I think it's a decent level, though. And it has some really cool mechanisms sprinkled throughout. There were some neat little puzzles, like the Sokoban at the beginning. I mean, there's just a lot to like about this one. I think it needs some polish, though. I'm speaking more about just kind of what I see from the standpoint of potential and just... ideas. Execution, I think, could use a little work, but I think it worked really well for what it was trying to do. Yeah, all in all, fairly solid level. Alright, Maze Ablaze. So this is interesting. This is like a... I guess you could call it sort of like a toggle level, but with these instead. I don't see how that really helps us, so I'm just going to keep going back. Okay, so I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out, because I feel like on one hand you're kind of limited with what you can do, but I'm wondering if there's like a puzzle where you have to set up an area a certain way and then go back through it. I'm not sure how you can really manage that, though. Okay, yeah, that was a neat concept. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Streets and Avenues from David P2. I do feel like it has that sort of issue of, this could be accomplished with a different mechanism, and because of that, it doesn't feel nearly as novel as it maybe could be compared to other gray button levels. It's decent as a concept, though. I wish that it would be developed more, though. I'll give it a 2. That's kind of... I feel like that's been the rating I've been giving a lot of these levels, where I like the idea, but the idea is very underbaked, if that makes sense. So we'll run with 2 for now. Alright, next up is Reflection. Why doesn't Chip have a reflection? What are these things? Whoa. Okay, I don't know how I feel about all these canopies and stuff. Can I not go through the ice blocks here? So wait a minute, I could do that earlier. But apparently, that's bad. I feel like there's a gimmick here and I'm missing it. Oh, I bet this is supposed to be a... Okay, I see. I gotcha. So I wonder if we turned that into a bomb last time. I bet that's what happened. So if I go into that space, that's going to be fine. But then that's not? See, this is an interesting idea, but I feel like it's kind of underserved by the fact that it's not in a corner where we could actually see this whole map. If we could see the whole map, I'm going to test my theory out. Yeah, okay. So this is a toggle button, which is also the case down there. Okay, so we got that. So these would just plummet us into there. So we don't want that. We want to go... First of all, I want to switch this. Oh, I see. That was a ball that was giving us trouble. That's right, because we're looking at the bottom, not the top. Okay. So we're there. What? Oh, right. That was water right above us. Wow, okay. My brain is having to process this. This is really interesting. I kind of wish it wasn't ice blocks here because that's really messing with my head, but maybe that's kind of the point. There we go. Okay. So now we're over here. Oh, right, that's slime. I keep forgetting to reverse the stuff in my head. I keep forgetting to do that. That is purely my bad. I did it again. I did it again, man. Okay. Yeah, this first part with the fire really helps a lot. I do like that. Okay, let's go up here this time. So I could go over here without any problem. Wait, what am I... Oh, wait, it's pointing the other direction. I'm doing that again. See, my problem is that I'm looking at the stuff, and then my brain is not, like, transcribing it properly. And so that's why I'm struggling with this a little bit. Okay, so that's a force floor there. Which means if I go up here... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we've got something. I take it we're supposed to send a yellow tank through a maze or something here? Oh, right. I have to go right instead of left. My bad. I like how they continue the theme here. That's kind of cool. I forgot to switch it. Yeah, there's a lot of neat ideas here. It kind of reminds me a little bit conceptually of Alternate Universe from CC2LP1, sort of. Not quite, but kinda. Okay, so we made it out here. So if that's where the yellow tank starts, then I think our theory earlier is correct. 3, 4, 5. So right and left are the only things that are swapped here. So down, down. Okay, good. Yay, we made it! And now we can go through the maze ourselves. Okay, please tell me that we're going to end up in the other half of that opening area. That would be kind of cool. What is this? Is this like a bonus area? Seems like it's a bonus area. So we could leave right now. I take it this... Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. I thought we could go back through. Apparently not. Okay. I thought we could go back through the opening area. That would have been kind of cool just to get all those chips in the mirror area. Oh, man, what do I give that? There's some interesting ideas in there. Again, though, it's a level that feels a little bit undercooked. I'm going to give it a 2 as well. I like some of the stuff in it, but I think it could have been done better. I think Alternate Universe is a better level when it comes to that. And at this point, it can only get better with more elements in CC2. So I want to see more from this concept, but maybe done a little bit differently. Okay, some restrictions. So Jeffrey told me in a comment recently that the reason why the level I submitted called It Takes Two was called Some It Takes Two was apparently because there were multiple levels with the same name in voting, and a decision was made by somebody. I don't know if it was one person, I can't remember, or if it was like multiple people and they all agreed on it, but they decided to just put the word some in front of the titles of duplicate ones, or something like that. So, I don't know, I feel like there's a better way to do it than that, but I'm not complaining that much. Alright, so let's see. I'm guessing we have to go to the lower right. Yeah, and then we go to the upper. Yeah, this concept, I feel like we've seen this a whole bunch now. I'm going to give it a 1. The whole level was just very simple to solve. I think that this idea, maybe it's just an oversaturation issue with it. We've seen it a lot with all these overlapping mazes. I think you could do a lot more with the fact that you have all these no signs and stuff than just overlapping quadruple maze kinds of things. But, yeah. I'll leave it at that. Blue-eyed. Oh, it's another one of these checkerboard-y levels. Alright, I take it these are fine, getting the clocks and the stuff here. So I'm Melinda, I can walk on ice. That's good to know. Okay, I can't get in there, nor there. This almost kind of looks item swapper-ish, but I don't know where to start. Is there water around? Oh, here it is, right here. Oh, I shouldn't have gone that. That was dumb. Nothing there. How about over here? Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm going to try to get only the plus clocks. Alright, I think the toggle is here. Yeah. So I may need to start letting go of stuff here now. Although we are getting a blue key. Okay, the pattern didn't hold up. I thought we would have another one up there, but apparently not. Alright, so is this where I use this, I'm assuming? I haven't seen a helmet, so I have to assume the answer is yes. Okay, I have a yellow key now. That's nice. And there's a red one over there. Interesting. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I think I did this wrong. There is a helmet. Uh-oh. I bet I was supposed to use the bowling ball into that block there. Although, how would you destroy the bomb, though? Do you destroy it with this? I bet you'd use the yellow tank, yeah. Okay. Oh well, we'll just start it all over again. So this is basically an item swapper. There's really not a whole lot else happening here. I like the clocks, that part's neat. I just kind of wish there was a little more to the level than just item swapping. Keep forgetting the force stuff is over here. Tell you what, I'm going to leave things on their spots once I'm done with them. Except for the railroad sign, because that's dangerous. I actually have to get out. But I can put it here. Blue keys here. Alright, so I'm going to assume... Oh, wait a minute. There's ice blocks and stuff here. Ooh. How do we reconcile all this? What's behind the red door? I'm really curious. A green key. And then what's behind the green door? A hook. Okay, so that's where... Yeah, we have to use it here. That's where the blocks will be extracted, is with the hook. Alright, so this is actually fairly simple. I keep thinking the green door's here, but it's not. Okay. Oh, I could use these ice blocks for the bomb. I don't have to worry about the yellow tank at all. Yeah, I want to get those away from the ice. Just to be safe. So let's go up here. Leave that here. I guess I could also leave the suction and the hook. Well, let's get rid of the hook, because that's going to be a liability if we're not careful. I'm going to go ahead and use this right now, just to get it over here. And that leaves those as the final... Oh, wait, it's down here. I got all distracted by going for that bomb. There we go. Yeah, we got a lot of time. There's really not a whole lot else to do. Alrighty. And exits. That was, as far as introductory item swapper type levels go, that wasn't bad. I just wonder if this is really necessary for an official set like this. I'm thinking maybe if we made like an introductory CCLP or CC2 set, that actually might not be a bad level for it. But for this set, I feel like most people who are going to be playing already know how to do this stuff. I mean, the only value I can see for an item swapper of this nature is maybe just making sure that people know how to use all the different items themselves. I feel like there could be a better outlet for that, though, so I'm going to give this one a 1. Alright, get your feet wet. Okay, how do you solve this? Okay, so here's some things I'm noticing. We have this fireball, right? Okay, so we have the fireball, and we're chipped, so we can't go on ice, like Melinda can. The problem I'm seeing here is, how do you nail all this stuff? Because if I send the fireball through... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe what I have to do is I have to put an ice block up there, and then get, like... Hang on, let me try this. Okay, I have an idea. How about we do this? We put the ice block here, right? Then we send the fireball to its doom by doing something like this. And then we use splash delay. There we go. That was an interesting concept. I kind of wish there was a little more to it, though. I'm going to give it a 3. I think it's decent. I feel like it's kind of just meant to be a mini puzzle, and that's it. I'm not sure how I feel, though, about using splash/explosion delay as, like, a nailing mechanism. I mean, I feel like this level does it best if we are going to do it, because it's all contained. It's not a part of, like, some giant level where it's going to be more of an issue, you know, that kind of stuff. I liked it. I'm just not sure how I feel about it as far as its inclusion in an official set. That's just more of a personal thing, though. I think for what it's doing, it does a good job with what it's doing. It's just more of like a, how do I feel about this mechanism being explored, so to speak. Yeah, I'm going to stick with 3, at least for now. Alright, Open Sesame. Alright, so this is basically a Sokoban type of thing. And if I'm reading this correctly, this is a pretty simple one. I think it's just the time limit that's going to be mostly the problem here. So I can just push all these into their respective spots with seemingly no issue. Oh, I want to make sure this is up. There we go. That'd be unfortunate if we pushed this over here to the left and then that was in the way. Okay. Then we do that. Okay. Wait, what's holding that? Oh, right. There's a trap button. I'm going to give that a 1. It's basically a plain Sokoban. Nothing really happening with that one. It's more of a timed thing, and I think there's better timed levels than that. Like, the one that everyone likes to talk about in CC1 is Puzzle Solver on a tight budget. I feel like there's another one in CC2, though, that we voted on, and it had, like, different kinds of things. The one that comes to mind is the 10-second ninja level, but I think there's another one. Anyway, let's move on to Simon. Okay. Memorize the upper pattern, then input it on the directional pad below. Press the pink button to start. Feel free to explore the level circuitry once you finish. Down, up, down, down, up, right, left, right. Oh, so this is like the whole thing. Okay, let me start it over because I wasn't, see, when I saw Simon as the name of the level, I thought that meant that it was going to be like a thing where we have like 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then so on and so forth. All right, I'm going to try to memorize it without cheating. Let's give it a shot. Right, up, right, up, 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 right, left, down, left. Okay, so there's 10 things. Up, right, up, 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 right, left. Hang on, how many was that? Right, up, 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 right, left, down, left. Yeah, there we go. We did it, guys. We didn't cheat. We did it. All right. Oh, hey. Oh, that's probably like some kind of randomization mechanism for the blobs or something. Wow, so this is a lot of circuitry for this, huh? Oh, so those are all the different inputs, I'm assuming. And I guess that's the solution inputs. Yeah, here's all the different things that can guide the blob or whatever to... Oh, there's different monsters. Oh, okay. I don't know how it all works, but it's pretty cool. I don't know if these being enclosed like that is important. Like, if any of this stuff... So I could clone things there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Neat idea. I really like the fact that it was a contained concept. I kind of wish that there was a way to do kind of the gradual Simon thing where it's like you do 1 input and then 2 inputs and then 3 and then you basically just go n+1 the whole time. And I'm going to give it a 4. I liked it. I think I would have liked it more if it had that structure instead of just unloading all of the things on you like that. But for doing that, I think it was really impressively built. So it does have that. Alright, moving on to lunacy. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's see what lunacy type things are in store for us. Oh, okay, so those are not... Okay. I thought there were doors there. There's not. So I can't do anything else. Yeah, that canopy is not really... Okay, so this is just going through those and then up here. Do I have to slap that? Something tells me the answer is yes. Okay, so that's actually a flame jet thing. That's not a clone button. What does it all mean? Okay, I think I have to do this like that. Then I have to probably do that. Okay, I take it I go here. So apparently... Oh, that connects up to there. Oh. I'm not entirely certain what... Am I supposed to use this to bridge forward? Oh! There's water underneath that. Well, that's kind of a bit of a bummer. Also, is this the walls of Special? Because it looks like the structure of it. I mean, for me it's kind of hard to tell because... Oh, I missed that ship last time. Because I'm so used to going right to the end on that level. I think when I was little, I think I may have mentioned this in the Let's Play I did, but yeah, you definitely have to do slapping in here. What? Oh, right, you go down through that. I forgot. But yeah, when I was little, I explored a whole bunch of the level. I even found all the hints that said this spot would be too obvious, you know, all that. I always thought that was funny. I liked the fact that they were useless Easter egg kind of hints in the level. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this fireball. So apparently you can hit that, and then that does stuff. I guess I can come up here and just get that. No problem. So what is the point of all of this? I'm still trying to unravel what's going on with this from like a structural standpoint. Am I supposed to head up there next? Am I supposed to go somewhere else next? I can't do anything over here because there's a big fat thin wall line in my way. There's also a Melinda tile there. I don't know why that's there. And there's only water underneath that. There's nothing else there, so I can walk on all this. Is that important anyway? Oh wait, I can go back through here and use my fire boots in the start of the level, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, I can go this way now. Yeah, here's the area of Special I remember more. Okay, so I'm here now. What are we doing exactly? I take it I have to come back here later, right? That would make sense. So I take it I need to do something with all this stuff. Okay, I think... Oh. I did not mean to get that. So those are on turtles. That I didn't realize. I feel like we messed this up. Oh no, we didn't. Never mind. I forgot that there was a force floor there. Okay, what are those canopies? I'm really worried about touching anything here. But these seem to be solid. I don't think those are... Okay, there we go. Now I can go back. Get all these things. know if the keys there at the start are meant to be like decorative or what. So what exactly are we supposed to make of that? Oh, we go there. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, so now we go through that. I really like the color coding in this level. This spot would be too obvious. That is very true. Now, what are we supposed to be doing here exactly? I see that there's a turnaround point right there that we can take advantage of. But I'm also seeing some... Huh. I'm assuming we need to somehow go down there. Maybe. I wish I knew more, though. That would be kind of nice. Let's go through here, though. Oh, no, that's a separate island. Okay. So this is not actually as hard as I was thinking it would be. Whoa. Hi there. Uh-oh. We may have caused some issues. I'm a little worried about this, not gonna lie. But there are flippers there, which could be really, really good. Let's get those. There we go. I guess I could have hidden in one of the little alcove things there, but I didn't really want to chance anything. Okay, that one's just stuck now. So now I can get... Well, actually, no, I can't get out here. That's what the thin walls are all about. I see what you're doing here, designer. Okay. So that should take us back, right? So what was the whole point of that ice block, then? I'm so confused on that. And here's the last part, apparently. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. What exactly is our goal? Let me look around here first. I see this block is on what appears to be a button, and the button is connected to those things down there. I don't want to leave this... Well, actually, I could get away with doing that. But the problem here... I'm going to need to make sure there's a solid way to get this thing through before anything else happens. So down and right are like the... Yeah, I think I see it. So if I can keep you in this... There we go. Keep you in there. Then I could go in here. Okay, do I need to, like, escape out of that? Oh, wait, no, you hold it down. Okay, that makes way more sense. Then I go up there. That is a really cool puzzle. I like that a lot. Alright, what's going on with this one? Apparently, there's some kind of latching thing happening. We didn't mess this up, did we? No, I don't think we did. I think what we need to do is we need to have the tank go onto that button. And then we can hold down the other button. There we go. Now, where's the last chip, though? Did we just miss that? I sure hope not. What happens if we go up through that? Apparently nothing. Alright, I'm a little concerned about where this last chip is. There's that upper right area, but that seems to be primarily a bonus thing. But I am curious to know what we can do now that we have flippers here. Apparently I can't go through without all my boots, so... Yeah, this is just for bonuses, so nothing else going on there. I thought there was going to be some super cool secret there, but beyond bonuses, like for chips and whatnot. I didn't miss anything in the water section, did I? Let me go down here. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's the actual original exit spot, isn't it? Chances are it's in that second area with all the turtles and the yellow teleport, though. Alright, I hope this is not going to be deadly. Yay, we made it. Okay. I'm not seeing anything here, though. What happens if we go back through here? No, I don't see anything up here. Clearly we're missing something big. Oh, there! It was under a canopy. I don't know how I feel about that canopy thing. Alright. Let's find our way back home. Oh, wow. That was a pretty neat level. I liked it. I know the glider thing, that's kind of a bit of a pain. I wish that wasn't there as far as the danger of potentially getting hit on the way back through the slide. I'm sure there's some way to address that. I mean, there almost has to be, right? How do I feel about this one overall? I wasn't a fan of that ice block thing. In fact, I'm kind of curious to see what the intended solution to that is. Let's check it out and see if we can figure out what's going on with that. Because I'm always interested in seeing like where the what the designer had in mind with stuff like this. Oh wait, was that it? Apparently that was it. So the ice block was just a complete random hazard. That, I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little iffy. I think my favorite part of the level is the tank thing. This part's kind of cool too. All right, I'll stop the replay. The yellow tank stuff I thought was really neat. I'll give it a 3. I think it's a pretty cool level. Alright, moving on to... What do we have next here? We have... Perfect Fire Blossom. The fire petals fall and blow in complicated yet repetitive patterns. Watch closely. Oh, wow. So this is a dodging level? Huh. Interesting. Nothing there. Is this part of the pattern? I guess it is. So they're all just going into that water area there. Water hole. I like how there's a big strip of water up here as well. This is an interesting level. Especially from an aesthetic perspective. Okay, there's nothing there. Huh. Oh, there's more stuff here. Wow, this is pretty huge. There's a lot happening here. Alright, before we get onto that, I'm going to just look around here and just see what else is going on. There's another one of these big water tree things. So, the interesting thing about this is that technically there's no real chaos, even though it may look like there is. That's kind of cool. I like that. Oh, and there's an area up there we missed. Okay, I'm just going to wait for this. There you go. Whoa! I just panicked when I saw that line. Okay, so it does that every time. Almost died there. There we go. Okay. So now we're down to 5. Is there anything more down here? Yes, there is. Oh. I forgot that was going to happen. Okay. Got me there. Now I'm going to be careless and I'm going to be messing up a whole bunch here. I have to admit, though, I really like the way this level feels. It's got this very open-ended dodging thing going on, and with some pretty cool aesthetics, too. And honestly, that's something that I feel is vastly underrated in Chip's Challenge, is aesthetics in dodging levels. Like, I don't know how else to describe that other than that. I keep forgetting that one goes back up there. The way that works is so interesting. There must be something, like some hidden logic in this level. There has to be with the way these are working. And was there one here? There's not. There's nothing up there. So evidently we're going to get a fire boot at the end, which is pretty cool, and I died at the worst possible time. Alright, there we go. See, the thing is that they're not quite regular as far as when they're cloning, so you have to be really mindful of that. Okay, we got that one. Oh, I forgot that was there! Nice disguise in the fire there, man. That was very well done. Alright. I gotta really get my bearings here. This is actually a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. As long as you wait, I feel like that's a good strategy. Whoa! That was close. That was really, really close. I'm glad we survived. Okay, that seems to be a safe spot. Oh, that's right. That's not a safe spot. That's right. It's this section. Okay, I had to be really careful with this. Oh wait, no, it's not this one, it's this one. Why did I try to get off there? Man. Also, I feel like I'm ruining the level by getting that ship there, because now I'm altering a fireball path. I mean, I know it's about to go right into a force floor where it's going to sail on no matter what, but it feels like I'm ruining something that the designer created from a time perspective. But, you know, maybe the designer accounted for that, so... I should be a little more trusting. You know, it's funny, No, never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. Woo! That was close. Okay. Alright, let's go up here. There's only 5 left. 4 after this one. Whoa! Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. we made it out of there right on time. See, levels like this can be fun if for no other reason than that. You know, just those really close calls and stuff. Let's get that. Is there anything in here? There's not. They're all by the trees, if you want to call them trees. Because all the stuff in that row seems to be fine, so let's go there. Like, here is a safe spot, I believe. I think what's really nerve-wracking about this is that you kind of have this element of... I knew something was going to happen there. You have this element of feeling like something is really chaotic when it's not necessarily chaotic, and then that makes it, like, psychologically, like, your brain goes to places that it shouldn't be going to when it comes to interacting with stuff like this. And you have to be very careful with that. Okay, let's just wait. There we go. So while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and talk about something that's kind of a follow-up to an earlier sort of topic that we had discussed on the channel, and that is The Mandalorian. We had talked about Star Wars at some point in the past, and I have to say, I am really enjoying The Mandalorian a lot. I don't know if I talked about the first episode back when I saw it, but when I saw the first episode, I was pretty much blown away. Like, this was pretty much what I was hoping the series would be. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't want to talk about it too much or give any spoilers or anything, but it does several things I really enjoy. One of them is that it kind of has this feel to it that's unmistakably original Star Wars. It's got that kind of, you know, backwater planet kind of feel to it, where there's all these, you know, criminal factions and bounty hunters and, you know, all that stuff that was pretty much present in the original trilogy, but we didn't really quite get into it very much in the original trilogy, if that makes sense. This was the safe spot, right? Yeah, all that stuff is explored much more deeply here, and I love it. Okay, so don't panic. That's the key here, is don't panic. Always bring your towel. That's a different sci-fi story, not Star Wars. And don't do that, because that's a silly idea. Alright, I'll keep doing this for a little while. We'll see how we're feeling here in another few minutes. But yeah, it does that whole that backwater planet kind of thing really well. It does a lot of stuff without doing a lot of stuff. I know it sounds really strange, but what I mean by that is that it takes an exceptionally skilled filmmaker, or, you know, team of storytellers is probably a better term, to make a story that is not quite so heavily reliant on dialogue, or, you know, basically hitting the audience over the head with like expository stuff, as in, like, oh, we're doing this because blah 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 blah, and we have to get this person there because, you know, they have to be maneuvered like a chess piece into this spot, and, you know, all this stuff. And that's one of the things I haven't been as big a fan of with the new movies, and actually movies in general, not just Star Wars, but just in general. This is not a Star Wars thing. This is like a stylistic choice that seems like a lot of people are bent on running with in their movies is that in order to appeal to the largest audience possible, a lot of movies seem to just be dumbed down to the point where everything is just telegraphed. I personally find that really irritating. I'm not really a fan of that style of storytelling. I think it's kind of annoying, if anything. But in this show, they barely talk. Like, that is... Or at the very least, the main character barely talks. And, oh my goodness, this is going to be a thing, isn't it? This is going to be a thing. Okay, this seems to be safe. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, that was cool. I liked that little area. Hopefully this last one's not so bad. What is this? This looks interesting. Okay, I think it's over here. But yeah, the amount of stuff that they do with just body language on this show is nothing short of amazing. And I think that's, you know, that's really good storytelling when they can do that. And it's not like, my mom would say kabonging you over the head, but kabong is not really a word. That sounds like something out of a comic book. But like, essentially just hitting you over the head with, hey, you know, we're doing this now, that kind of stuff. But on top of that, I really like the fact that they're not doing all the obvious Star Wars stuff with this. Like, they're not telling the stories that people would expect a live-action Star Wars series to get into, necessarily. They're doing some things that are kind of inventive, and yet they work with a very limited set of variables to tell the story, and I think that's really cool. And also the main character, the Mandalorian himself, is pretty awesome. Like, he's not invincible or anything. He's just a person, you know. I mean, he's got a lot of skills and stuff, but, you know, at the end of the day, he's just a man trying to make his way in the universe and stuff. So I'm going to give that a 5. That was what I really want to see out of a dodging level. It's got some amount of predictability without being boring predictability. It does a lot with a few tiles. In fact, I'm going to pull it up here. Yeah, so that's like the first big tree thing. And then there's that tree with the water stuff, and then there's that. And I guess that's a moon or something. Yeah, there's all kinds of cloning mechanisms going on down there, apparently. And it seems like they're firing on, like, the every 4 ticks rule, unless there's collisions down there going on that I don't know about. There's no wiring things where there's, like, tick offsetting or, you know, whatever shenanigans are sometimes used in that regard. So I like it. I think it worked really well. I am going to move on now to MIDI Instrument 85, Lead 5 Charang. Room number shows order of spaces of the final path, not necessarily difficulty. The final path? What are you talking about? Okay, I don't know if that was... What? What final path? Oh, are you talking about the tank? Is that what's going on? Okay, hang on a sec. I just want to make sure this is fine. Okay, I feel like we need to... This is going to be a thing. Oh my goodness. How big is this? I'm really curious now. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff going on. And apparently a lot of hidden logic in this level as well. So, like, what's the deal? Okay. Let's take a look at this room. I think that's the way back. Yeah, this is the way forward. Wait a minute. So how are we supposed to time all that, is my question. Are we supposed to time all that? I forgot to get all these earlier, by the way. Okay, let's get that there. Okay, so that's the... I'm just confused by how this is supposed to work from a timing perspective. That's my main concern here. And this section... Oh, geez, this section looks like a massive pain. Oh well, let's just get right to it, I guess. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Let's do that section first. I feel like that's the one that's the biggest problem. Is this one. Okay. Not really a fan of this dodging. Okay, there we go. That's slightly better. I'm actually going to go down here. I feel like that's the less risky option. Okay. See, how am I supposed to time all this so the tank doesn't die? Like, tell me how that's supposed to work, because I'm not seeing it. Unless there's something that's controlling the release of the monsters prior to them actually getting released after I press the buttons, that could be one thing. Like, maybe there's some sort of offsetting mechanism that takes care of that. But I'm not seeing that, and if it's up to the player to determine... Oh, you're supposed to watch this. Alright, I'm gonna look at the solution. I don't really feel like trying to make that work. I'm assuming there's a way to... a reliable way to do that. Maybe you can just look at the first one, and then that helps offset it. I'm just worried that you would have major issues with all of it, though. So do you start with number 5 and then go backwards? I'm also wondering if these blocks are useful, too. Oh, I got a package in the mail. I feel like this is the second time this has happened in one of these videos. And what did I get in the mail? Let's find out. I like the dodging in this room. It's kind of cool. What is this? Shipping department from St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I know what that is. I think that's a T-shirt I ordered from a board game publisher that I'm a big fan of. Okay, I just want to watch the way this works. This number 2 one. Because this is actually kind of a cool idea. Oh, you can just leave it... Oh! So it's not like a... Okay. So it's not entirely one time, you know, I have to get it right the first time and then that's it. That's slightly less annoying than I was expecting. No. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way this ends up working out. Okay, so that's apparently fine. Yeah, it looks fine, yeah. See, the problem I'm seeing with this is that there's still all the ticks between moves that you can seriously get screwed over by, which is kind of a problem. Like, that part of the level I'm not a big fan of, because, like, it makes it harder to gauge what's... Yeah, that's not correct. I mean, I guess when all else fails, you can just offset everything by 1 when the thing comes back to the trap, which it seems like that's what the replay recorder is doing. Okay. I see what they were doing here. It's almost like, hey, we should do this hard one first. No, not quite. I think that's... Yeah, there we go. That's such an interesting concept. I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of it, but man, that's a really interesting idea. So you just use the tank as the testing mechanism. I see. So the real test is whether or not Chip can get through. I like the way that ends up playing out. I just wish there was a lot less trial and error with it, I guess. But I do appreciate the fact that you can try over and over again. I'll give it a 3. I think it's a decent concept. I just wish it wasn't as fiddly as it is, though. Alright. What do we have next here? Let's get back to the actual set. Wait, that's the wrong pack. We did that already. There we go. Ember pack. Alright, moving on to good luck. This looks like the, yeah, this is, I was about to say Wretched Hive of Scum and Villainy, but it's really, that was actually a Walls of level of something in, nope, try again. Walls mostly of Wretched Hive of Scum and Villainy. Okay, yeah. So I can't go through there. What was it called? Legendary Block, I think was the name of it. Oh boy, that's going to be a pain. I take it that's the luck part. Well, I will say this. If this is meant to be a Walls of level, this is kind of lacking, I think. There's a lot of space filling going on, and I wasn't sure whether to go up there or not. Apparently, yes. So, one other thing I've been watching a lot of lately, thanks to the wonder of Disney Plus, is all the old Disney stuff that I grew up with as a kid. Mainly from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. That was kind of like the time period that I remember the most when it comes to Disney stuff. And, okay, I see. So I'm supposed to loop back around. So there's like a lot of old live action things, but I've been also going through like all the cartoons that were part of like that afternoon lineup that they had in the early 90s. And of course they had Darkwing Duck and what do they call that? Why is that there? Tailspin, which I hadn't seen that one yet, and DuckTales, of course. But the one that I remember the most was Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. I don't know why this one was so familiar to me. I think it was mainly because my parents didn't really let me watch a lot of cartoons that were like modern day growing up. So I grew up on like a lot of 40s Disney cartoons, you know, during that era of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and everything. And that's where Chip and Dale, the chipmunk characters, were introduced. I'm giving that a 1, by the way. There really isn't a whole lot happening there. Blocked in. Oh, I remember this one. This is from Other 100 Tiles, isn't it? Of course, now I'm going to have to remember how to do this. I think it's just a matter of going through here. Go back into the teleport if you want to explore the level from the outside. Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, I remember this one. Anyway, while I'm walking around here and looking around first, I'll talk about Rescue Rangers, because I have some fond and not so fond memories of this show growing up. The fond memories were, I remember we would go to like a video rental store. I think it was like a Hollywood Video right by our house, and we would rent like old movies and stuff. But sometimes they would have these like random cartoon compilations that Disney put out on there, and I distinctly remember, I'm gonna go explore here first. Oh yeah, this room. I forgot about this room. I didn't already mess this up, did I? I feel like I did. Except I didn't, because I could just, yeah, I could do that. Oh. Oops. At least we unblocked that. That's helpful. Was I supposed to, like, not put that all the way up there? I feel like I already ruined it. Let's go and start over. But yeah, I would rent a lot of the compilations that they did of all the old cartoons that Disney put out. But then they had these Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers cartoons, and my parents, I think, saw them, and they were like, "Ooh, we know Chip and Dale, let's rent that," not even knowing what the show was. So I watched these, and some of them were so fun. But there were a couple that were like really spooky that I distinctly remember. Of course, nowadays, you know, as an older kid, or as an adult, wait a minute, this was the... Oh yeah, it's this puzzle. I remember this puzzle. This was a cool one. So I'm gonna have to go through that 3 times, aren't I? Like, a full 3 times. Okay, so let's do this first. I'm gonna go through here. Oh wait, but if I go through there... Ah. Yeah, we've got a problem here. If I go through that, then that bottom block is... Oh wait, no, I can use the bottom block second, or the middle block second, and push it down, and then use the third one. I see how to do it, okay. But yeah, there was this one that was kind of like a... I think it was like a Sherlock spoof or something that they were trying to do. And it had like this big old house that they were trying to like... They were pretending it was haunted or something like that. And I remember that scared the daylights out of me as a kid growing up. Like, and nowadays it's like so silly as an adult. But I remember there was like this dog, and there was like some dude living in the house who was a complete jerk and stuff and things, and yeah. But I remember they were like trying to scare the dude out of the house, and so they were using the dog to do that, do something with that. I forgot exactly how it all went down. Alright, so I'm going to do this, apparently. I mean, I don't need to go back through that. So apparently I need to come back here with a green key. I don't remember a lot of this level. It's been a long time. So I've been through there, but what about this room? But yeah, there was that one, and then there was the one that I consider to be probably one of the funniest plots I've ever seen in a cartoon. And it was this really silly, nonsensical one. I take it I go through like this. I think it was like the pilot episode, if I remember correctly. But the whole conceit of it was that the rescue rangers, you know, as they often do, were listening in on like a police conversation, and there was some little girl who's like looking for a cat or something, and they're like, "Oh, we don't do lost pets," blah 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 blah, you know, and stuff. And so she was like, "Oh man, I miss my cat," you know. Wait a second. How do you get there? Oh, that's the path back through the thing. Okay, got it. Got it. So, so anyway, they're like, we gotta help her. Let's find, you know, this cat. And so it turns out there's this guy, I think he was like a recurring villain, who was like some mad scientist guy. And I've only seen him in like a couple of the episodes I've been watching. How do you get that bonus down there? I'm really curious to look at that. Is there a hook in the level? Because I'm not seeing one. Like, how do you get that? Is there a way? I mean, I had to get rid of these blocks over here to do stuff, so I feel like... Whoa, I did not mean to edit anything there. Yeah, I don't see how you can do it. Am I just dense here and just missing something? I must be. Because I don't see any way you can make this... Oh, wait, no. You can push them off of that and then go down. That's how you do it. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm giving that a 4. That's a neat concept. I still think that's a neat concept. Anyway, they're all discussing while they're in the police station, you know, that they can create static electricity by rubbing stuff against other stuff and things. And so they're all goofing around and having fun with the static electricity stuff. And, okay, what does it say? Look after yourselves and each other. Jerry Springer. Okay. I guess that was all that we needed to do there. So, I take it we just do this. I mean... Now the question is, am I supposed to, like... use the block here, or am I supposed to use the... I'm going to assume that I use the block here, because I don't see any other use for it. So, anyway, let's just go through here. Oh! Well, that kind of worked out. Of course, now, we have a new problem of not being able to... Wait. I can't get you through now. We'll figure it out. At any rate, they, what do? They start looking around and they discover that this mad scientist dude is stealing cats using these gigantic metal dogs. And I thought these gigantic metal dogs were really scary as a kid. I think that's part of the reason why this particular episode of the show traumatized me growing up. But yeah, I was like super scared of these dogs, man. Like I don't know why. It was just like a thing, I guess. Okay, so here's what I'm missing here. Am I supposed to like... Okay, I think I'm supposed to use the toggle to make this work. There we go. So now that's just going to spin around. And I take it this is where we go into here. But now the one that's... Oh, great. Let me try to make this work. There we go. Okay. Anyway, these gigantic metal dogs are like chasing all the cats away or something, and so there's all these mice and they're like partying or doing something silly. And wait, am I supposed to actually keep that thing alive? I don't like the way this is working out. Okay, we're gonna figure this out somehow. So they follow they actually get inside one of the metal dogs and drive it around because it's like on its last leg or something. And they follow it back to Mr. Mad Scientist dude's headquarters, and he's got like all these cats who are like screeching and trying to get out and escape and everything. And they find, I think the cat's name is Sparky or Spunky or something like that. They find Spunky and they they discover that the guy is trying to use the cats to get this. This is the funny part. This is where it gets hilarious. This dude is trying to use the cats so that he can essentially create power by rubbing their fur together. I promise I'm not making this up. This is real. This is like a real cartoon. Real. How do you prevent that? I'm just so curious. Anyway, and he plans to like generate enough power using the cat's. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I can do that. That's right. He's planning to concentrate all the electricity that he gets from using these like mechanical hands to rub all the cats together against like these giant brush things, and the giant brush things will, together with the cats, will generate enough power to like zap a lightning bolt on the city, so he can get his revenge on them for like not paying attention to him or some such nonsense. And when I was a kid, the giant mechanical dogs and everything I thought were terrifying. I mean, it looks so silly now, but like back then, I was like seriously traumatized by these giant metal dogs. And yeah, it was a thing. It was definitely a thing. Now I'm beginning to wonder if that might be a better idea. Just put you there and you could guard all the stuff. The question though, yeah, how do I actually escape? Because if I push that block up, he's going to get through that room. Anyway, they're able to free Spunky and get out, and that was pretty much it. That was kind of the extent of the whole adventure, because it's only like 22 minutes as a cartoon. But I was going crying to my mom about this thing as a kid, and I didn't even start with like the linear way I told the story just now. Like I kind of did it in this really weird order where I talked about the metal dogs first, and then I got to the cats being rubbed with the big giant hands and everything. And then at the very end, I was like, and all this happened because a little girl lost her cat. Whoa. Like, I felt so bad for all those cats. Like, I was just so, I don't know. It was so funny. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to actually concentrate on this level so we can actually solve this now. Alright, so apparently somebody with the helmet needs to be there. That's what I'm getting out of this, but I don't see how to, like, get through without interrupting the path even more. Unless there's a way. Hang on a sec. Maybe you're supposed to do something like that. And then you can then get the drop on him and do something like that. See, now the issue here is I want to push the block up, But I don't see how I have the bandwidth to do it now. So I could do that. That's fine. Oh! I was controlling Melinda. Okay, my bad. Anyway, sorry for that long explanation of why I found Rescue Rangers to be so scary as a kid. But nowadays I watch it on Disney Plus as an adult. I'm like, man, this is actually really funny. Like, legit funny in some places. There's something really enjoyable about cartoons from that era, I think. Maybe it's just the way that they're hand-drawn, or I don't know, just something. But they were really, really fun. I liked them a lot. And why did I do that? Anyway, I'm going to start watching through like Darkwing Duck and some other things at some point later. But I really want to finish this one because this is the one I remember the most, even if it's not like the one I'll probably end up enjoying the most. I'm expecting to enjoy either Darkwing Duck or DuckTales the most on this go-around. Okay. So I can do this. That's fine. Get out of there. Let's... Actually, no. I'm going to wait to do this. Let's just get you right there, and then I'll grab that. So I can just slip through here with the helmet. So that's possible. I can leave that behind, and then it's fine. Oh no, it's not fine. Except it is. I can just do that. Heh. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through now. Alright, so Melinda, you're going to need to get out here and get these, apparently. Is there like a partial post I have to do here? Ah, there we go. That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't really need to do that. I could just pass the flippers back. That was kind of neat. I feel like it was a little crammed in places, and maybe as such the aesthetic of the level didn't feel like it matched that claustrophobia that you feel when you go through that. Like, if I pull this up in the editor, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I mean, look at this. There's all this stuff here, and then we have these two random things there. I kind of wish that it was built with a little more... I don't know. Because there are certain areas, like this opening area, that are so wide open, and then you get into these compressed areas, and I don't know. This feels like a Gavin Duncan level. I don't know if he made this or not, but just the way it feels structurally just seems to be Gavin Duncan's style. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a 3. I think it was decent. I think it worked out pretty well for the sort of dual character level thing that it's trying to do. So, we'll go with that. We'll go with 3. Alright, Dungeon Quest. Is this... Yeah, this is Castle Mode. Like, that beginning looks really familiar. Alright, what do we have here? We got all kinds of monsters to kill. And I shouldn't have done that, but I'm not going to sweat it too much. Use bowling balls to start and stop turrets. Portals return you to the castle to reload. Keep them safe from monsters. Alright. So wait. Oh, I see. I can... okay. Gotcha. So as long as I can do that, there we are. So I need to go back and reload, apparently. I don't really want to be there too much. No! That was not what I meant to do. You are a very lucky bug, but not for long. There we go. Alright, are these the turrets? These, canopy things? Like, is there some kind of shenanigan we can do with these? Oh, High Rover. Ah, there we go. So somehow there's something that clones those. Let's see if this can get killed naturally. Yeah, there we go. There you go. That's pretty slick. I like that. That's kind of cool. So I can't drop that there, but I can do this. Oh, here's the castle. Okay, so I'm assuming that'll be a safe spot for now. No! I mistimed all those drops. Alright, well so far this is kind of interesting. I like the way it's working out. I think I played an early version of this a while back. Okay, let's just get through this first part. I think the rest of it will be relatively easy. No! Oh man, this is going to be a thing, isn't it? This is definitely going to be a thing. I'm noticing there's a green wall on the side of the yellow teleport there on in the castle, so curious to know why, because monsters can go through those. Is it just for blocks? I don't get it. Okay, let's actually get more bowling balls. That might help. Once I can set up base further on in the dungeon, I think that'll be ideal. I just want to make sure that there's not going to be any monsters that are going to ruin it and steal the teleport and then cut off all the access to my bowling balls. Yeah, get all those monsters there. Alright, so I'm going to leave this here and so I can start getting more stuff. I like the fact that you can do this. This is kind of neat. Whoa! I forgot you could... I forgot that was going to be there. I forgot that was going to be there. Man, that's frustrating. That is frustrating as all get out. No! I'm good at video games, guys. I promise I'm good at video games. My eye has been twitching a lot lately. I don't know why. Maybe I've just been spending too much time in front of screens lately. Alright, let's do this. No! I think part of the problem is that I keep thinking of links where you can snag chips before the monster actually hits them. And you're still fine because of the timing and the way it works. I will say this, though. This level would be very much painful to optimize. Alright, let's just leave the... That's annoying. Ah! Alright, you know what? I should probably take a break. I'll be back in a little bit. We're going to try this a little more, and hopefully we'll do a bit of a better job. Alright, I am back. We are going to attack this thing with vigor and ferocity. Let's get in there and let's kick some monster butt. I really like the idea of this level. I feel like this is one of those levels that's going to be somewhat controversial among some players, just by virtue of what it involves, and for reasons like that happening. I know that there are ways to do this that are a little less risky, and maybe I should be doing that. I just hate feeling like I'm wasting bowling balls, but there's so many of them, though, that maybe that's not even an issue. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to sweat it at this point. Let's just get a bunch of balls and just go guns blazing. I'm not even going to really care about quibbling over procedure at this point. There we go. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and set up the turrets thing and get rid of the rover, and I think that'll be a decent start to what we need to be doing here. There we go. There we go, turret is away. So hang on a sec, is it... Okay, it is left, that's what I wanted to make sure. It's been a day since I was last here, so this video is probably going to be a bit late, by the way. Oh, I just realized something. I could shoot this through here, right? Yeah, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. Okay, now what's the best way to do this? This part's the one that I'm a little iffy about. I really don't want to risk anything with the teleport getting erased or whatever, but... Let me just... I think getting it right now is fine. There we go. Alright, so let me go ahead and just drop that there. And we'll grab a... Oh, that's right, I can just go right through it and grab bowling balls. I don't have to get the ones out there. Yeah, I'm thankful that this place has a really nice supply of these. Oh, that's right, they can push them. I completely forgot they could push blocks. Oh, wow, I'm glad we survived that. That was nerve-wracking. I see you can also push blocks into the water and get bonuses here. Oh, man, that's... There we go. I was really worried about that. More crazy block pushing mania there. Okay, I don't know how I would get through that. Is it as simple as going through and... See, the problem is, I don't think I can get through the explosion in time. Can I just... No, okay. I thought maybe you could do something with that, but apparently not. So that is the issue with the turrets that I was a little concerned about. I don't see how you can overcome that. I wonder if maybe we were just a little too soon on it. Can I undo this? Or I'm guessing not. Yeah. That's a little unfortunate. I wish there wasn't a chip there. I feel like that's not really necessary. I mean, I don't know. That feels like one of those things that's not really... I feel like you could avoid that. You don't need a chip there. Let's just do this. Oh, boy. There we go. Thankfully, we were much quicker that time to react, which is good. Okay. Apparently, it's a really bad idea to start using that if we want to get that chip. So in light of that information, I think we should just stick with this for now. And hope we survive. Okay. So we have a couple more monsters there to take care of. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and move this a little closer. I think we've earned it. Okay. Oh. Oh, you moved the blocks out of the way. Okay. Good. Alright, so let's get more. Let me go ahead and take care of this. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of things we could be doing here. So I think doing this is fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, don't you dare do that. That's not great. I don't want to go through there until I know I can get back, so I'm not gonna do anything weird there. I like the idea that the blocks are actually an obstacle. That's kind of cool. I like the way it works. I should probably actually move this somewhere once I can clear up enough space. There is a spot here. I guess that could work. Come on. You're a ball right now, apparently. Come on, switch over. Well, come on, Rover, let's go. There we go. And I'm going to take this away because obvious reasons. Let's move you back here for now. Alright, monsters. Come at me. Yeah, there we go. You can't stand the wrath of the chip. Whoa! Apparently you can. Alright. Or Melinda. I'm Melinda. I should have known that because the blue teeth were after me. Sorry, I've been so used to playing as Chip for so many years that it's... And the thing is that the original CC2 barely used Melinda. Like, I thought that was kind of weird. I'm glad that there's all these levels that use Melinda. I'm just getting used to the fact that so many of them do, and I'm glad that they do. Alright, there we go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this level is cool. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the length of it. That's kind of my only complaint so far with this one. Other than that, it's been mostly solid. I just wish that it wasn't as long as it is. That part of it, I think I could have done without. But, you know, again, it's a walls up level, and that's kind of the nature of the beast, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna apparently not go there yet. I'm gonna go ahead and move it closer for now. Oh, this is hairy. I don't like this. Oof. There we go, thank you. I wasn't sure if it was going to fire in time, but thankfully it worked. See, the problem with the turrets is I would like them a little more if there was, like, utility in going up more and more that was more or less a guarantee of safety when you chose to do it. But the way the level is structured, I don't think it's an unwarranted concern that you might not make it out. And that's what's bothering me about some of these. It's like, on one hand, I like this idea of making your way into the dungeon, quote-unquote, and then coming up with all these little encampments where you can plan things out and do stuff. But my issue with it is that, in some ways, the level kind of betrays itself with all of these... Oh, there we go. Oh boy, get out of there. Get out, get out, get out. There we go. With all these opportunities for you to get stuck. That's like the one thing that I haven't really been a big fan of with this one. Like, there's so many ways for you to mess this up, and thankfully there's so many ways for you to save it, too, and wow, that was close. I didn't realize there was another glider there. Okay, so we made it out. I remember that was where we died before, so I'm kind of trying to be careful. Why is there another thing there? Why is there another canopy there? That's a little strange. Alright, I'm going to go and get this. Might as well just get a few bowling balls while we're out here. And apparently, there's already a bridge here, so that bridge is at least constructed. I kind of like the fact that that's a thing. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I can get in and out of this fine. Providing I don't die somehow. Okay, good. Let me run in real quick and see what we can do about all of these. So that's going to go the other way, not the way that currently exists. I'm going to get some more stuff. More ammo is needed for this mission here. Alright. Oh no, 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 no. No, don't go over there. Okay, good. Thank goodness. Wow. That could have been really terrible. Uh-oh. Hey, buddy. You want to come this way? Apparently he's got a hook or something. How do you have a hook? How the heck is that even a thing? Apparently the rovers have hooks? I mean, I know how that's a thing. It's just, it feels really weird in this context. Maybe that's there so that the rovers can't get too stuck. Maybe that's the idea. I do like the fact that they're a threat with the blocks, though. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Get that one. Get that one. So do I really need this turret over here? I don't really think I do. And in fact, I'm going to move the ammo supply a little closer here. Hopefully I won't live to regret that. But why not live a little, right? Famous last words. 4 chips left, so I'm kind of feeling good about this. Ooh, here's an opportunity for a turret, and it looks like a pretty dang good one, too. Okay, I'm going to actually go up this way. This feels like a nice way to get in. Okay, good. Come on, there we go. Okay. There's a lot happening over there, it seems like. Let's see if we can figure it out. I think the nice thing about the teeth, though, the one thing about the teeth that is kind of cool, I will admit, is just the fact that they, like any monster really, not just the teeth, but I'm going to call them out specifically here. I appreciate the fact that you can't actually... Oh boy. Oh wait, I can just go right through here. There we go. And then just get this. I like the fact that they don't block the chips. Like, that's kind of nice. Alright, so we survived the dungeon. Yay! Alright, so what are all the bonuses available? There's that one. Okay, I mean, I guess I can see how you can get blocks out there, but... who has the time for that? I'm going to escape while the getting's good. That was pretty fun. I liked the way it worked. I wish it wasn't quite as long as it was, but some of the stuff in the level helped. I would say, though, that I'm giving my rating based on the tentative change of moving that one chip that's in the turret's way out of a spot where you will have to die to get it. I mean, that feels a little, like, unnecessary. And maybe there's a way to undo what you're doing with the turret, but I don't think that should be required of the player. So I'm just going to say a 4, I think, is a good rating for this level. I think it's a fun level. It's got a neat use of bowling balls. I had to admit, ever since I saw bowling balls in the original game and what they could do, I'm like, ooh, why not make a level where you just go on a killing spree and just take out a bunch of monsters or stuff, you know, something like that, right? And this definitely delivered on that front. Like, I loved how it worked. So, well done on this level. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, solid level all around. Alright, moving on to Caught Flat-Footed. Okay, so... apparently I need to use this somehow. Oh, I see. It just loops around through there. Okay, well, that's easy. Just do that. Oh, whoa, whoa. I forgot that I was in the blast radius. Whoops. There we go. Get out of the blast radius. There we go. Okay. Now let's move on to this area. So is this just a matter of going around and doing the stuff here? I would think so. Looks like this will send it into a loop thing. Okay, that's easy. Okay, so I think what we have to do here is we have to drop both of these. I don't see the need for the hiking boots since I don't think we're going to be turning into Melinda. The bribe, I don't know if that's even useful at this point. Now, the one thing that makes this room interesting is that we can't actually go in the water, so our options are limited by default. So, let's see. This guy is just going to go around here and then end up in a loop over there. So, how do we prevent that? That's the question. So, I would assume that the goal is to get this glider over there, right? That makes the most sense. So, probably one of our boots, or one of our items needs to go there, because then it will come through here, do that, and then go in. But how to get to this top row is the question. I can't really put anything there. That's not going to work. Here, that's just going to send it into the same loopy thing. I don't really want to put it up on any of these things, so... And that's just going to send it into the trap. Let's see, you're going to go... dead end. Okay, you're just going to bounce back and forth with that one. Huh, this is an interesting room. I'm trying to prevent it from going all the way out here, though. Although maybe going out here is what we need. Because if it goes here, then it'll loop back this way. So maybe that's how you do it. I bet that's it. Okay, let's see. Now this is an interesting little conundrum, because if I send it over here, it's going to go into the water unless I catch it first. So... oh, this is going to be tight. So if I do this and I get the fire boots after it's done, I'll have to come back to the other side here and then catch it as it's going. I can put the fire boots here. That'll cause it to go this way and then come back around. But then it's going to... oh. Then it's going to go over there and then die in the water. So that's not going to work either. I'm guessing I eventually have to put it here. Oh wait, no, I can just put it there and we're done, because then I can jump into the recessed wall and then it will just go right up into the bomb. Okay, so 3 spots. Here, here, here. There we go. That is a really solid monster manipulation level. It reminds me a lot of Josh L7's School of Thought, but I feel like this took it a step further, and I like the way that it developed everything. Like, it used different items, different monsters. It was a really cool level. I'm going to give that a 5. I feel like a lot of these monster manipulation levels tend to involve, like, cloner's maze kind of things, and you don't really need to necessarily do that, so this is a great way to do it, while keeping it still really challenging and using the item drop mechanism. Just really solid all around. I like it a lot. Alright, Clover. Apparently we've got a bunch of wires doing things. This reminds me of another level, and I can't remember what it was, but I feel like there was another level like this that had green doors. Okay, this is going to clone something. What does this control, anyway? Oh, that. Oh, that did something with those. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't do... oh, wait, I can go up here. My bad. So what's the whole deal with this area? Huh. Okay. I don't get it. there's a lot of machinery here, and I'm not sure how exactly it all works. Okay, so that's the button that actually controls all the walker cloners. I see. So are we actually supposed to send like a... Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if what we were really supposed to do... See, you're just going to go up there and then come back, is that it? Yeah, okay. So maybe what we were supposed to do is actually get the walkers out here. I don't see what that does, though. What is the point of that? This is a really confusing one. So I'm wondering if maybe the key to this is... Man, my throat is killing me here. That we need to, like, come up with a way to destroy these first, and then get the balls out to the teleport? Is that it? See, that turns that trap on, I think. Yeah. This is a little weird. I don't get it. I can't do anything here other than press that button, right? So if I do that right away, did that do anything? It seems like there's a... No, I can't see anything here. Oh, wait a minute. This turns this on. Can I get through that? Maybe that's the key. Maybe I need to get through that. But if I do that, then that red key is blocked, so... That's not good either. Yeah, there's a lot of things here that are apparently connected, but like the way that they're connected is not making sense. So it's almost like this is a little pearl diving kind of area where you have to get back before the thing triggers again, and this section apparently is where walkers get cloned, and that I don't really understand either. So I mean, I could try to take a block through the teleport. I don't really see what good it does, though. I mean, maybe that on switch turns something on, and I'm missing it. Let me try that. I feel like this is pretty much all trial and error anyway. The problem is, I don't think I can make it back. Ooh, I can. Was that intentional, I wonder? Okay, so that now allows for exit over there. So, what did that accomplish, though? Like, what can I do with this? I don't have a green key. See, if I had a green key, I feel like this would be, well, it would probably be a lot more trivial at this point. So it seems like the button up top does something with that glider cloner, I think. This button over here is apparently what controls the trap, the one on the right, and then this one right there does something that we don't know about. I don't see what it is. And it seems like that button only works one time. See, that's what bothers me, is that that only works one time. And I feel like you're supposed to get a monster or two in there. Like, that I don't get. Like, there's nothing more I can do with any of that. Unless there's something under that. No, there's not. Okay. I did find it interesting. I could push the block into the teleport and make it back with just, like, under a tick to spare. It felt like. That was interesting. But I can't really get a block out of here, can I? Huh. I don't know what to make of this. This is a really odd one. See, if I go up here, like, I can't really do anything about that, can I? And then coming through here, there's really no utility in going down there and pressing the button or trapping myself with a key or anything. So it's almost like I have to do this walker thing, because there's really not a way, unless I'm really missing something big, there's not a way I can see. Oh, I just noticed something. I could send a fireball out this way if I collided it coming back with one that's newly cloned. What good does that do? Huh. This is a really strange one. Huh, so... yeah. It seems to always explode in that pattern, too. I don't know if that's important or not. You know, I am curious about something. This is probably a terrible idea, and it's not going to lead anywhere, but what happens if I go through here? Oh, that's right, I'm Melinda. I can't go pack down dirt. I mean, I feel like I'm out of options now. I have to do something up there, or else I'm not going to really make it through anywhere. So if I go down here and I press that, it's water. It's water. Why? Why? Like, what's the deal? Also, I wonder if I am really supposed to get those chips or not. You know what? I'm going to actually look at the solution for this. I don't know where to even start with this one. I feel like I tried everything, and nothing happened. I'm sure there's a much more reasonable way to figure it out, and maybe I'm just not... maybe my brain and the designer's brain just don't really quite mesh or something. Okay, so that did something with the gliders. So why is that oh, that sends the gliders up there. So what does that actually accomplish, though? Okay, there's that timing. What in the world? So that's what all the buttons connect to, apparently. Is it? Is it not? Oh. Something pulsed. Just hold on to it. Come on. See, I feel like I would like this more if the mechanisms were actually a little bit more visible. I think that's where I'm kind of getting off on this one. Okay, so that's going to... so how do we know that's going to be released? What? Okay, so now we have a teeth guiding thing. I like the fact that you're making a dirt path here. That's kind of cool. I feel like a lot of these are very strict, and there's like this preset designer-based path that you have to follow. I actually recently made a level kind of like that. It was sort of my own take on that concept, that bridge master kind of concept. Oh, you're not gonna... okay, that was really lucky. How did you manage that? Like, seriously, I feel like that's... or wait, isn't dirt removal a little different than grabbing an item? I feel like it is. That's in terms of timing. I don't know, man. CC2 teeth are weird. Yeah, this is going on a little long, I have to admit. Yeah, I made a level for JBLP2, which is a set that's totally going to happen someday, by the way. And the whole concept behind it basically was you had to take a teeth to, like, another side of the level, but then take another teeth back through the exact same thing. So you have to make sure your path is, like, completely compatible both ways. I don't know, I thought it was kind of an interesting idea. Okay, so here's my issue with this. I'm going to bring it up in the editor. So, this whole teeth thing was kind of cool, even though it kind of went on for a long time. This stuff down here, though, This really bothers me, and it's mainly just because you can't see what does what, right? Like that. So it seems like all these buttons are the ones that go, or no, is it all of them that go to the door? Because it seems like they all bunch up here, and then they all go to the door. So apparently all eight buttons go through the door. But then you have stuff like this where it's like, you wonder what's down here, and you think that the level is supposed to progress this direction, but then it doesn't. I don't know, man. It just feels a little too hidden information oriented. Especially when you have all these traps and things, and you don't really know what all of them are connected to, and yeah, like I like the mechanism. Like that's what kills me about this. Like I like the mechanism of it, but I don't like the fact that all the sequencing of the puzzle and just everything involved with that involves all this hidden information, and that's what bothers me. It's just a lot of hidden information that I feel like doesn't need to be there. Um, like why does it need to be that hidden? Um, yeah, that's kind of where I am with this. I also feel like the teeth section, as cool as that is with the dirt and the water aesthetic and just the fact that you can kind of carve out your own path, it does go on a little long. It almost feels like this was a CC1 level and it was converted to a CC2 level, and this was like the original size where it was 32 by 32, you know? I don't know if that's actually the case, maybe it's not, but anyway, I'm going to give it a 1. I wasn't really a fan of just the way it played. I do like the way it works, but not so much the way it plays, if that makes sense, especially with all the hidden information. Alright, moving on to the next level. We've got 6 left, and I'm going to remember to go to the actual correct pack this time. Okay, so we have only 3 levels that we haven't actually solved here. Alright, passenger pigeons. Wait, is this pigeonholes, but not? I think it is. Look at all this stuff. This looks like pigeonholes. I mean, okay. This is a thing, apparently. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like, this is... Oh, I messed that up. Can I just waltz right through? Yeah, there you go. I feel like I would like this more if there was, like, original stuff here, but since this is pretty much all the same as what we know, that does kind of put a damper on my enjoyment of it. And that's a shame, because I like pigeonholes as a level. Okay, that should be correct. Yeah, there we go. So I had it the wrong way. Oh, that's right. I forgot you can't do that. I like pigeonholes as a level. I feel like if you're just redoing it with not a whole lot of original content... Yeah... Oh, right, you had to do something else there. Why did I just dive into a bomb like that? Bomb dive? That should be a level title, Bomb Dive. Why hasn't anyone made a level with that name yet? Hey, Josh, you need to make a level called Bomb Dive. Just gonna go ahead and say it right now. Or maybe I can do it. Okay, so I think I just need to get this out over here. That's right, you had to do that before, didn't you? And instead of the pink walls, we have these. And then we have this stuff here. So is this like an attempt to make the original level without using CC2 elements? Because there are still CC2 elements here. That's what's getting me about this. It's like... Wait a minute. How am I supposed to, like... Oh, there's a hook. Okay. I was like, wait a second. There we go. Okay. This looks a little nasty. But not. Okay. So I'm going to get all my stuff taken away. Okay, I'm gonna wait to get that 1K flag until we're like... There we go. Oh, right, the weird hook behavior with the monsters. I haven't seen that in a little while. Okay. Fun times, right? Alright, let's do this again. Yeah, I can just say right now, I'm probably not going to be giving this a very high rating at all. So apparently that opens the walls up, even though it also blows up the bomb. I guess that makes sense, from a certain point of view, as Obi-Wan might say. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to worry about any of that. In fact, let me drop the hook. I don't think we'll need it. Why is that like that? Oh well, let's just do this. So the balls are a little different here. I guess the train tracks got converted to that. Wow! That's a lot faster than what you had to do in the original, that's for sure. And now I have to snatch this up. Okay, what is the deal with this? What? I feel like you're supposed to, like, send the fireball into a loop where it... See, the problem I'm seeing with this, though, is that anything I do is just going to be a very temporary measure with this guy here. I'm not sure how to account for that. Because as soon as he hits this, it's going to go through there, and then it's just going to go right back around, so that's not going to actually do anything. Oh, I was supposed to bring the hook with me. So I'm supposed to put the thing there, and then put the hook inside? Is that how you do it? Oh, but wait a minute. No, I can't do that, because I don't have flippers. That was silly of me. Okay. Lesson learned, kids. Don't restart unless you know you have to. I did find it interesting, though, that the hook, the no-hook thing was there. Maybe that's just an anti-bust measure, though. Okay, come on. Just stop the chaos right now. Wait, is that actually... That is actually holding. That is actually holding. That is amazing. That is amazing. It still didn't go down? Please tell me that's not actually required to take the hook with you. That just lowered my opinion of the level even more, believe it or not. That's... yeah. Not really a fan of that, if that's even required. I see the bonuses are there. I wonder if there is a time thing. I see tanks going there, but I don't see like a mechanism that locks it after a certain point like the original had. Okay, now it's completely... Wow, so you really have to... Okay, there we go. You have to like go right when that thing... Come on. There we go. If I can just get past this section, it's not as bad. There we go. Okay, so... Yeah, I don't actually have flippers, so this is... I don't think this is actually going to work. Is it? Unless... Wait, no, I do have to do this. I do have to do that, and it just goes there. So I did cook it, I think, last time. Oh no, I was supposed to push the block down. Duh. Okay, hang on a sec. Good. Okay, we made it. Whew. This is really nerve-wracking. I'm reminded of when I tried solving the original level, and I was making all those mistakes in my Let's Play of it, even though I had seen the video of Chuck or whoever it was solving it, like, really masterfully, you know? Okay, so this is the part where things are... Yeah, that's what I was worried about. That right there. Yeah. Not cool. Not cool, bro. So, yeah, you do have to get the toggles going at the end with the way those chips are set up. So yeah, this is just Pigeonholes redone, but less cooler. Like, the original was so interesting because it used a whole bunch of CC2 elements in a very new way. Like, I remember seeing that video of the level and just having my mind blown at all the stuff that you could do. This, though, just doesn't have that. Yeah, going through that section is a real pain. I don't understand what's up with the balls being the way they are, either. Let me wait. There you go. Okay, so I need to actually get you down there first before doing any shenanigans with this fireball. Alright, let's do this. I don't like that tank thing. Maybe that's just for the bonus, though. Maybe that's not actually required. This also worries me. Am I supposed to, like... I'm assuming I kill that. Yeah, because there's no other way to get past that. I don't see any other way you could do that. Alright, so that narrows it down to 23, which should be the number of chips in this final room, sans exit. Thankfully, this is a lot less time-consuming than the original's exit room, where you had to go back and forth with the toggle. Still not really the biggest fan of this, though. Like, it's not a badly put-together level, hook shenanigans notwithstanding. It's more that we already have pigeonholes. That's the thing. And, like, there's a time and a place for remaking levels and doing like a new twist or a spin on them or something like that. But to like almost entirely remake the level with minimal changes just doesn't really sit very well with me, especially when it comes to including it in an official set that follows a set that the level came from, even at that. So I'm going to give this one a 1. Alright, moving on to Tiny Isle Reshuffled. I think I sort of came up with a name for this, actually, because I think I called it, like, Remixed or something, but I remember Jeffrey, who I believe designed this, because he designed Tiny Isle, and he's a big Sokoban master. I remember he asked for input on what this should be named, and I think I responded with the Tiny Isle Remix idea. Now, how do we get past this room? This is interesting. I'm a little nervous about this, not gonna lie. And I think that just cooked it. Alright, I'm wondering about that block down there. I'm gonna try to see if I can solve this without doing anything with that, because it seems like I'm supposed to get the block around to here, then turn it around, and then use those two things. So I don't want to mess around with any of this yet until I need to. Yeah, let's just try to get all these out of here. I am really liking what I'm seeing of this level so far, though. This looks really neat, and I think this is going to be pretty interesting from a Sokoban perspective. Alright, so I need to unravel this enough to get... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. See, the problem here is I don't see... Oh, wait a minute. I could just push that one up. Can't I? Hang on a sec. I can just do that. Duh. That makes it way easier. Of course, now I'm going to need to actually get into the area. Now what's this? I can't get in there either, or there, so I do need to go down through here. Yeah, I need to get those hiking boots somehow. Okay, I can tell this is going to be interesting. Oof, yeah. I'm going to have to navigate all these blocks around that block. Oh boy. That's going to be a challenge. And I love it. Like, oh my goodness, that is so interesting. Okay. Now... Now, if I push that up, I don't think that's actually going to help. I think I have to do something like that. Maybe. Maybe not. Now I'm doubting that move now. Yeah, this doesn't look too good. So I push this around, that... Although maybe I'm supposed to push stuff up there. Maybe that's the idea. Let me actually do it. Maybe that is the point. Maybe I'm supposed to do that and then get this back down afterwards. Is that the idea? Is that the play? Oh boy, that's not... Yeah. Let me reconfigure some stuff here before I commit to that. That's not exactly what I had in mind. Let me try that. And then... this still doesn't exactly inspire much hope right now. But maybe the idea is just to get it down here. Maybe that's all this is. So if I can just slide this off, I feel like I need to do a little more than that, though. This is a really interesting room. I like it a lot. Yeah, I fear that I messed this up already. Because once I get up here... See, the whole deal here is I'm going to need to come up with a very specific formation for this, and I think I ruined it. Yeah, I don't think I did what I needed to do here. I think I failed. So I think the idea here is that you're supposed to get this down and then deposit the block and then turn the other block around and shove it into the corner, and then that's it. And now I just realized there's an additional issue with having a block here, because by doing that, you're jeopardizing your ability to put something into the corner there. So that's not going to work. Maybe this is actually more complex than I was imagining. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's start this over again. Thankfully, this first part is really simple. I really like this first room. This is neat. This is a neato room. Now, how did I solve this again? I'm trying to remember now. Come on, JB, you can't Oh, that's right, we did this. I forgot. Yeah, the way that everything is set up here with the recessed wall and the stuff and the things, like, it just all works. And I like it. So apparently, okay, we're going to come back through that room. That's cool. I like that. That's pretty neat. And apparently we'll come back through this room in order to get to the exit. So we have that to look forward to. Alright, so maybe we weren't that far off. Maybe it's just a matter of getting... Let's start with this formation. And... oh no, don't tell me that that's already busted. I don't like this. This looks bad. And we only have that amount to use for clearance, too. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that this was a bad idea. I don't think we can actually do anything with this situation here. I think we jumped the gun on this one, because we just ended up with the exact same problem as last time. So I push that back. Now I can't actually get in there, so... alright, let's do this again. Do that, then that. This first room is really neat, the way it just kind of gently introduces you to everything. But yeah, so far, I am really liking this pack. Like, this has been, at least in this first half, this has been a much more interesting pack than the last one. I have to say, like, this level is definitely a top-notch Sokoban level. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So, I think the first and foremost thing that we need to be concerned about is just getting a block up there, and maybe the one that's trapped on the lip here is the correct one. So, I'm going to put it up there instead of you putting a thing there, because I think that was one of our issues from before. So at this point, I need to figure out what we need to do to get this block back. That's going to be the issue here, because unless I can figure out a way to get this down and then come up with a method in which 5 blocks can exist here, we're not going to really get very far. And then on top of all that, oh wait a minute, maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point is just to get blocks up there. Now what's the most conducive set of conditions for that to happen? So maybe putting one up on the top isn't a bad idea. Maybe. I just need to figure out what to do with the others. Hang on a sec, I have a plan. Although if I do that, where am I going to put this other one? Probably there, right? In order to even get to that. Oh no, it will work, yeah. So I can do that, get this one in. What's over... oh, I can see over there. That's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, so now it's just a matter of unraveling the rest of it, which should be fairly simple. I like the fact that you can't break free of this block so easily. Like, that's kind of cool. I like the way that works. Like, you actually have to do some work in order to make this function. And that's pretty neat. So I think at this point I could theoretically separate these, right? I'll just keep going with what I'm doing though. Yeah, because that doesn't really do any harm. And then I just go around. So I didn't even trap this block. That's cool that that's even possible. I really like that. Okay, so now for this room. I'm going to have to be very careful with how I handle this. So I can see already that we're going to have... okay. So if I push this to the left, I can push it down, and I could push it... no, I can't really do anything below it. So I have to push this down, don't I? And then from there, do I push it right? See, the thing I'm unclear about is, do these work like ice blocks, where once you flick them, the wall resets on itself, because I can't for the life of me remember. I can't push this right either, because if it works the way I think it works, then we're kind of sunk. So I think what we have to do is, yeah, like this. That's a cool little puzzle. I like that. Nice break from the lengthier other one. Okay, so here I see we're going to have to start on this side, because if I go down, we're pretty much screwing the whole thing. Now how do we handle this? Do I go and push this one row that I'm on right now to the right? I don't think that's the answer, because I don't think we can make it back if I did that. If I push this row of blocks down, I think that's a better recipe for success, potentially. Because at least in that case... Well, hang on. I'm trying to plot out how this would work. So I go down here, right? Push this to the right. I could then push this down and over to the right, but then that kind of gets undone by the fact that I'm going to have to turn this. So yeah, that whole thing is problematic, huh? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Maybe the key is like this. Yeah, there we go. That works. That's a cool little puzzle. I like that too. And now we just go right back through there. That was really awesome. That is a great puzzle, or series of puzzles. I like the fact that they were all kind of different. They didn't really have something in them that repeated very much. Like the hardest one, of course, was the one on the right side, but I felt like they were all reasonable. Like they didn't feel too difficult. And I liked the one like on the upper left that had kind of more of a strict solution. Just really neat. I liked that level all around. I'm going to give that a 5 as well. Alright, what do we got next? Infinite motion. Well, I see why it's called infinite motion. Okay. So what's the deal with this? We have a loop-de-loop kind of path thing, apparently. And that's what's controlling those. Okay, what if... I'm assuming I don't want to go through here, but... Okay. So that's gonna go down, and then do that, and then come back, do that, and then come back, I guess, and then go in there. So if it didn't die, it would have gone through, and then come back up here, gone through there, and then hit that button? What does that do exactly? I see it can let us through there, but... Okay, there's some way to handle all that, I'm sure. So I think what you're supposed to figure out is that these blocks, or at least some combination of these blocks, go down there. I don't know what, though, and that's kind of terrifying me. Let's just try those and see what happens. Okay, so it went all the way up. So let's try to get, like, all of the slidey ones in there and see what happens then. I don't know how you're supposed to handle this. This feels strange. And I feel like you need, like, a very high knowledge of the way these blocks function to make this really work. Or maybe not. There we go. Okay, now what do we do? Apparently now we get to the exit via, I'm assuming, an ice block. And that's not gonna help us anymore, so... Well, that was probably a dumb idea. Although I can't actually do anything with that. And now I'm stuck. If this is a matter of coming up with some super specific sequence for those blocks, then I think I'm going to look this up. This is not really the kind of level I'm particularly a fan of, but I think it's a neat idea. It's just not my thing. Infinite motion. Let's see what this involves. Okay, so it doesn't... Okay, so apparently it doesn't involve pushing those. Wait, did we actually have this correct? Or at least close to correct? Oh. I see what you're doing there. Okay, so we were pretty much on the right track. It's just the matter of sliding the stuff down at the end. That was cool. I'm gonna give it a 3. It's not my favorite thing, but I respect what it's doing, and it's not too unreasonable. I kind of wish those brown blocks at the beginning weren't there, because that feels like, especially if you're not too familiar with all the CC2 mechanics, that can feel like a really weird red herring to throw in the level. And why did I go back to the Derby pack again? It's the Ember pack. I keep doing that. Ember, there we go. I clicked on Derby and I was about to go in again. Alright, let's move on to Cold War reenactment. Oh boy. Now the question here is... how do I get you to... whoops. I need to get you out of there, don't I? Okay, that was pretty simple. So now I just got to make sure... oh, right, you're just going to hit that and go back. Okay, so this is pretty much all the level is, apparently. Okay, hang on a sec. How did I do this before? Did I do something like that? There we go. I think I did some... oh, I forgot that was there! Oh, man. Okay, hang on one sec. I gotta respond to a text real quick. This is kind of important. There we go. Okay. So I forget that there was a thing there. I had to be very careful that that one in the lip doesn't escape. Okay. Ah! I like the name of this level, by the way. It really fits what's going on here. Oh, man. Okay. It's stable for now. Ah! Oh, man. That's rough, man. Okay. The way this works is really interesting, though. I like the way it works. It's kind of cool, actually. Is this another Gavin Duncan level? Because this feels like the sort of thing he'd make. Okay, I was really scared there for a minute. Okay, that feels a little more reasonable than what we did earlier. Just gonna say it. Whew, okay. Okay, get all these over here. I should have gone the other way. Oh, right, you were going to come right there toward me. Although if I went up, I would have been trapped, so maybe that was for the best. Okay. Okay. That's the safest way to do that, I think. Okay. So let's... Can I actually get you down? Oh no. Please tell me we didn't botch that. Okay, good. This is a problem. Man, that is tight. Okay, there we go. Just responding again to that text. Alright, let me try this again. This is really tight, but I like the fact that it's this small, and... Can I get out of this without releasing that? I can do that. That's interesting. I can do that. I keep forgetting that that thing goes there. And then there's the issue of this tank. I wish you could get away with not letting this tank out at all. Like, that would be really nice if you could pull that off. I don't see how you can, though. Unless, hang on, we do that. And then... Wait a second. Okay. If I can do this... Oh, man, juggling all four of these things. Ah! I keep forgetting not to do that. Yeah, I keep doing that. Is there a way not to? I don't see how you can get up there to send it back down. That's the problem. Because I have to send this over, and, well, I'm not finding a good way to make that work. Okay. Please tell me there's a way to get this done without completely ruining everything, but I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't see how you can do this. This is really interesting. Although, hang on. If I just leave you there, can I just do the rest of the level in peace? Maybe that's the trick. Maybe I just leave this ice skate there, and that's it. Maybe that's what you have to do. The only winning move is not to play, right? Or something like that. Let's start over again. See, now it's only one tank to worry about, which makes this so much easier. Except I need to actually time things properly here. Ah, I keep forgetting I'm going to slide. Okay. Now let's send you up here into that little nook. And if I'm not mistaken, this should be a win. Yep. Now, I am curious to see if that's the intended solution or not, or if I just cheesed it. Because I'm wondering if that is the intended solution and the level just played me for a fool that whole time, which is entirely possible. And it looks like there is a solution that doesn't involve dropping stuff, if what I just saw right there is to be believed. Oh yeah, you could totally do it that way. I forgot you could do it that way. That's cool. See, I kind of wish that the level had a no boot dropping thing. that you could use. So now we just inch it over, apparently. There we go. That is really slick. I really like the level a lot. A little cramped, but the puzzle is neat. I just wish that you could actually be forced not to drop the boots. I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3. Neat level. Could use a little bit of touching up, but I do like it. It's a neat idea. Actually, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. I would not mind seeing that in the final set. Yeah, we're getting some... I keep going to Derby! Dang it. Okay. Ember. Ember, Ember, Ember. Okay. Blasting Caps is the next level. Alright, hopefully this is not another drop dynamite on force floors. Or some such nonsense. Can I actually get over there? Yeah, I can. Now, where are we heading here? Like, what's the goal? I'm trying to get over here. Okay. Now, where do I want to go? Down there? Is that what we're doing? If that is the case, let's leave that be and do that. Okay, so now I get that. I can go through here and get these, which are awesome. And now I can go up here. And I take it I'm supposed to do this, right? Okay. So I can get one... I was about to say gold key, but that's a CC1 level. 2 gold keys. There we go. And apparently I just get bonuses with those? Oh no, there's more. Well that was clearly a mistake. Okay, let's not do that again. Maybe you can do that at the end. Maybe that's what the end is for. But for now, that is not really the correct answer. So let's learn from our mistake, and we will refrain from doing that in the future. And totally not die there. Alright, so we get our fire boots. So I think, yeah, so we got all the chips, so it's just a matter of going into the area there. This is a cool level. I'm liking it so far. Okay, let's go here first. There's a bunch of bonuses out there as well. So let's see what's in store for us here. Apparently there's like a green door. And I guess we go through here? So wait a minute, what's the point of... Is it just to do this? I feel like there's something I'm missing here. But maybe not, because I go through here and I do the same sort of stuff. It seems like this is the right way to go. Am I supposed to leave this here? Oh, there you are. And this is where I can go back to the start, apparently. Although, I need to use this here. So, I guess, I don't know how you get that stuff over there. I like the fact that this level has all these bonuses, although it may be a little generous with them. But if the theme is like trying to dig through a gold mine, then I can certainly understand that. Alright, I'm gonna, before I rate this, I'm gonna look in the editor here real quick and just see if we can make heads or tails out of this. So, okay, if I push that there, up there. That doesn't do anything, because then I'm forced to go there. And then that just dead ends, so that doesn't work. So you could theoretically get through all that without even using the bonuses, right? Like, there's really no need. I guess the only thing you really need is the, Wait a second, though. Yeah, you don't even need these chips. These chips are all extras, right? Because you don't even need them because you're already past the socket. So, let me go back to this real quick. If I can go through there, I can get the bowling ball. See, this would be nice if I could, like, get around somehow and... I don't see how you do it. I'm wondering if the replay sheds any light on that. I'm really curious now. I really want to see how you do this. Oh wait, I need to actually get in the editor to do that. Yeah, how do you do that? I'm wondering if the replay even shows it. Blasting caps. Alright, so yeah, this is pretty much what we expected. Well, interestingly enough, they're not going in for the... Okay, now they are. It's like, why weren't they doing that? I really like this opening section where you get the keys. I think my main issue with this level is I wish the stuff at the end was actually required, because a lot of that stuff, I feel like you don't need to make that bonused at all. Like, you should be able to require all that stuff. Okay, apparently they're going for the bonuses right now, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... Oh, wait a minute. No, you are required to get the toggle button and to... Okay, so you are required to do some things here. Come on, lay the dynamite down before or after pressing the toggle. Technically, you could just put it in the way of the thing. Yeah, there we go. Like, put it right there at the entrance and you would have solved it, but not get the bonus. You could do that. Okay, so now, what are you doing with this section? Oh! Wait, no, that doesn't make... Oh, that's right, you could lay the dynamite down before doing any of that. Duh! I'm dumb. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Part of me wishes all that was required. Like, wouldn't that have been cool? I think that would have been cool if that was all required. I'm going to rate this level with the condition that it is, and I will give it a 5, because I feel like this set needs some good Dynamite-themed levels, and a lot of the ones I've seen are just break through this big block of walls, like Chamber Bomb from the original CC2. And if we had a level like that kind of had this sort of euphoria of, hey, you know, open these paths up and stuff, that would be really cool. Anyway, precognitive dissonance. Apparently that's wrong. Is this another one of those mirrored levels where stuff is not what it seems and all that goodness? Oh, right, I can't actually do that. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let's do this the right way. Oh, right, I can't actually do that. Okay. So apparently I need to do it over here. Now my question here is, do I need to do something on the other side? Dang it, I keep forgetting not to... okay, hang on. That needs to be the ice-blocked one. How do you do that? Okay, there's a wall right there. Is that reflected over here? No, but I'm wondering if it's reflected via this, though? Ah! Okay, I wondered if that was going to be the case. So, I have to assume that this is fire. I think. I think that's fire. I think that's totally fire. And there's something, there's a key, like, right there that we need to get. Right? Like, that makes sense. I'm going to just push all those over there for now. Oh, I forgot there would be something there. Okay, clearly this is going to take a lot more finesse. Let's get over here and... Why can't I go through? Oh, right. That's right, there's a wall. I think that... Yeah. So it is water, it is fire that we're dealing with. Now, if I push this... I take it this is not... Oh, no. Oh, wait. No. Hang on. So maybe we do need to start with this one. Right? The problem is, how do we manage it? Although, I guess we could do this. We could just go up here. Now that we have a second ice block, that can work in our favor now. So I just need to, like, get over here and do this, right? So if I go... Okay, yeah, this is now safe. Okay, so that was the whole trick, was doing that. And now I can go over here and grab this, assuming that that's the correct solution. That's a cool little puzzle. I liked that. Oh, geez, there's a mimic. Okay. Okay, that's a little frightening. That's a little frightening. I like the way this works. This is interesting. It's a nice way to do that whole mirrored thing, but, like, actually apply your brain to this. Also, do I need to blow up that bomb with this? I didn't even think about that before, but that's probably the case, isn't it? Okay, this is a thing, isn't it? Well, this is definitely an interesting level to end on, I will say that. Okay, so all these are blocked, apparently. I can't go through any of it. But there's an eye. I like eyes. Eyes are cool. Now, can I get anything else out of here other than that bomb being there and all that good stuff and the chips that I got? I don't think I can, so I'm going to go ahead and just move on. So there is a set of mimics that are patrolling this whole area, and that doesn't really sit well with me. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, good. Now I can actually see. That definitely helps. Good, okay. At least now I can get in there. Anything else I can do here? I'm just going to look around this area just to make sure. Maybe I was actually supposed to get a mimic to destroy that bomb over there. Because now I'm beginning to think that this path is able to support a block going through. And I think that was what I was supposed to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just preemptively start over and act like none of that ever happened. We'll just pretend that we're all good in the hood and none of that happened at all. I have to say, this is a very unusual level. But I'm pretty much enjoying it so far. It's pretty decent. Okay, why don't you come out this way, buddy? Alright, go into the bomb. Alright, before I do anything over there, I'm actually going to go and get all the secret eye help I can get right now. I really like how the tile for the invisible walls really is an X, kind of like what they use in the editor. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's just get all these. Interesting use of mimics, I have to say. That's pretty neat. Yeah, that's definitely all fire under there. I really like this opening room, by the way. This is a really neat room. So eventually I'll get suction boots once I get all the chips, but for now, that's not quite happening yet. Alright, let's go through here, and what do we have in this room? We have Sokoban action? Question mark? Apparently that does something there. Maybe that's for later, once we do all this stuff. Now, how am I going to put a block into... What is all this for, anyway? Apparently for switching the force floor? I'm a little confused. So hang on a sec. I'm going to get a block in here. Wait a minute. I can't actually get a block up there, can I? So anything I do, I'm going to have to get something there, then back it up here, and then put it there. And then somehow I'm going to need to get this such that I can... Wait, what? How does that even work? It seems like the path that you would take is to go there, right? Let's just play with this and figure it out as we go. I know that has served us so well as a method in the past, but I think we can make this work. We only need this one chip, too. Only, quote-unquote. See, the problem I'm seeing with this is... Oh, wait, we don't need to permanently hold it down. Duh. Hang on. So if I push this through, I can easily get through the... Wait a minute. Potential issue. After I get it through there, how do I get back through the thing and... Hang on. I think I see a potential way to make this happen. So I do that first, then I go over here next, and then I do this. Is that correct? Okay. So yeah, I need to refrain from doing anything there until I'm absolutely sure we're ready to make this switch happen. Which I think is now. Although, wait a second. If I go through here... No, that is correct. I think that is correct. Because I can do this. Yeah. I think I can make this work. Then I go this way, push you there. Now we're talking. There we go. So now how do we get this back is my question. I think what we need to do is switch it back again. Maybe. Question though is, how do I get this block out? Because I'm not seeing how that's even possible here. There's nothing to reverse that force floor. Maybe I shouldn't even worry about this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way. I'm not going to worry about it though. Alright, so let's go out and... because we're running out of time here. How do I handle this? This looks a little... Don't tell me I actually do need to take the blocks out of here. Maybe I do. Oh wait, I got suction boots! I'm an idiot. I have freaking suction boots. Okay, hang on. I'm dumb. Let's do this real quick. Actually, no. Let's not do that. I think that would cook the level. Because that's a permanent thing. Alright, I've learned my lesson about going for bonuses too quickly. So... I like the way that this room functions as a Sokoban both ways. That's kind of neat, the way that works. Alright, what's on the other side of that? Oh, the exit. So... hang on, there's like more stuff out there. How do you get out there? Hey guys, how do you get out there? I'm legitimately curious to see how you do this. Because I don't see a way out. I am actually really curious about this now. Because there's like all kinds of stuff out there. Is that just decor? Because I see like bonuses and other goodies and stuff. Like there's gotta be something you can do with that. I like the way that there's wires that don't go anywhere. That's an interesting and really neat aesthetic. Okay, these are all just normal spaces. Yeah, I don't see what you can do with this. Oh! So if I... hang on. I could theoretically put a boot here and then blow that up with a block by catching it and then go out and get probably more bonuses. I'm going to look at that. Let's take a look, because I really like this level. This is pretty interesting. Yeah, there's like tons of stuff out there. I like that. That is pretty neat. I really like that. So is this just a trap? Is that like that area right there? I'm really curious to look at this more, but for now I'm giving that a 5. That's another really great level. I love the way that it used mimics. It didn't overdo it. I liked the fact that it's... wait, can we just solve this now? No, you can't. Okay. I was going to say, I want to see if we can solve it now and just get another level in before we stop, but nah, that's that would be kind of terrible. If that were actually possible. Anyway, yeah, I love the mimics. I especially love the opening room. The Sokoban with the reverse force floor is awesome. I can't say we've seen something quite like that before, at least executed that smoothly, like elegantly, I think is a good word for it. Just a really solid level all around. This has been a really good video. Next time we're going to take on the back half of the pack. So until then, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed yourselves today, you guys know what to do. Be sure to do all the things, and I will, you know, stuff. Anyway, catch you next time.